Hello, welcome to Todd Miller TV, joined here today with Oana, and you have sort of a secret strategy that you use that most agents don't use.
Right.
And actually, because you use this strategy with a buyer client, you actually, you can help, there are instances you can save them money.
Right.
Okay, so first of all, what's the normal problem that happens? What do most agents do?
Okay, so what happens is you're a buyer and you just got an accepted offer, you're very excited, and the first thing that happens is your agent says, let's schedule the home inspection.
Okay.
And then after the home inspection is done, then the appraisal takes place. My strategy is just the opposite, and here's why. If you get your appraisal done first, and the house does not appraise, and you cannot come to terms with the seller on the purchase price, then you're out the cost for the appraisal, but not for the home inspection.
Okay. So appraisal's about $400 maybe.
Right. So basically, the appraisal and the home inspection are very close in cost. The home inspection runs between $300 and $400.
Okay.
An appraisal runs between $400 and $450.
Okay.
So it's a matter of you spent the money on the appraisal. If you can't come to terms on the price, then you can walk away from the property, but you have not spent the money on the home inspection. Once the appraisal is done, if it comes in at value, great. If it doesn't and you need to work something out with the seller, if you work it out, great. Then you can get a home inspection done. The other thing to keep in mind is appraisal conditions. So sometimes an appraiser will call out repair issues on the appraisal.
Okay.
So again, is the seller able and willing to make those repairs?
Okay.
If the seller is able and willing to make them, great. If they're not, again, you have not wasted the money on a home inspection. A home inspection, most people look at it as a honey-do list for the seller.
Right.
It is not a honey-do list for the seller, okay? What a home inspection is, it's for you to satisfy yourself that the house is in adequate condition for you to move forward with the purchase. So you can get the home inspection done after the appraisal. Make sure that your due diligence allows for that time. If your due diligence does not, ask for an extension, okay? That way you're not spending money you don't have to, and at the end of the day, you're going to end up ahead.
Now this strategy works really well in a market like we have in Vegas where prices are rising, and appraisals sometimes are in question, or you never know if you're going to be able to, it's going to appraise for the purchase price. What about the flip side of that? They get the appraisal done and it appraises, and then they do the inspection and the inspector goes, oh, there's this thing that's really bad, and the buyer says, oh gosh, I don't want to move forward because this thing is really bad. Because you know how they are.
Right, exactly.
They get this list of all the things wrong with the house. The inspector, because he's being paid money, he can't just go, oh, the house is in great shape. He's got to find everything wrong and make this huge list to make you feel like you got your money's worth. And a lot of inspectors, it seems like they try to talk the buyer out of buying the house. Exactly.
You know, that actually happened to me on a house not that long ago. It was a house that I was buying for myself. The inspector basically stopped short of telling me that the house was about to fall down. And
the house didn't fall down.
The house didn't fall down. It's a wonderful
There's really
house.
nothing wrong with it.
No, there's nothing wrong with the house. I mean, he went so far as to tell me that I had to redo the balcony, and I had to replumb the hot water heater, and just all this stuff that really didn't need to be done.
And an actual contractor came by and said, no, this is all fine.
Exactly.
He's just being really,
Exactly.
Okay.
So everything was fine. So keep in mind that the home inspector, he's charging you $300–400 for that home inspection, so he has to justify that cost in finding things that may be deficient with the property. If you get that home inspection report and you think that, well, maybe I believe the home inspector, you know what? Before you cancel the deal, get a contractor out there. Get a contractor to look at the items on the home inspection report, look at the property and say, yes, this is valid, or no, you're not going to have a problem with this. Okay? And I realize that a contractor also has a vested interest in having you spend money, but hopefully it's somebody that is honest, you trust, and they're going to give you a very realistic estimate of the issues with the house. Now, that's not to say that home inspectors are dishonest, because they're not. All they're trying to do is make sure that the house is perfect. Well, for those of us who have bought brand new construction homes, there is no perfect house.
Right.
Okay?
A new inspector could go to a brand new construction house and find things that were wrong. When they put the beams in, they're all twisted, so, at some time this could cause a problem.
Right. And we've all had that too. Now, I've purchased new construction for myself, and I've had the home inspector go through, and he's found a million things wrong. So, just because things are not perfect, a hair's out of place, that doesn't mean that the house is not worth buying doesn't mean
Okay.
that you won't be perfectly happy and healthy in that house.
Probably a whole nother video in and of itself.
Yes.
Okay, so the trick is, if it's a rising market and you're worried about the appraisal and you don't want to spend the money on the inspection up front, have your agent write in that the due diligence period is this amount of time, but if the appraisal isn't come in, it's extended for 3 days for the home inspection. So you know you get the appraisal, then you can do the home inspection if you're worried about that. If it's the other way around and you're really, really worried about the home inspection, then do it the opposite way. Get the home inspection done right away, make sure it's good, and then order the appraisal.
Absolutely.
Perfect. All right, so thank you very much.
You're welcome.
That is my update for today, and hope to see you on another video. Thanks.